Gandhi once said, "Commerce without morals or ethics is a form of aggression." Something must have really made him mad. I wonder what it was. Well, I feel the same way about some of the consumer products that we buy. Because some of the chemicals that are in these products are amoral and unethical. Frankly said, they're bad molecules. No, they're evil molecules. Molecules that have no business being in the consumer goods that we buy. And the one I want to talk about today is a chemical called Triclosan. And it's found in all kinds of different products that we use. From antibacterial soaps to Colgate toothpaste to water filters. It's even found in cutting boards and in the handles of scissors that children use. Now, this isn't something I just made up, because I've been studying this compound since 1997. The Boston Globe reported that Hasbro, the toy maker, was going to put this compound into baby rattles. I was shocked that an EPA-registered pesticide was going to be put in the mouths of babes, and it kind of worried me. So I wrote the Globe and Hasbro, and I asked them, I said, "What do you know about how this compound works?" Well, it created quite a stir, because next thing you know, I was talking to Hasbro executives, Hasbro attorneys, and even medical experts that were paid by Hasbro to tell us all how this compound worked. Well, I didn't believe a word they said, because it didn't sound real. When I asked them how it worked, their medical expert said, well, the chemical pokes little holes in the bacterium, and that's how it becomes antibacterial. Then I asked, well, does the compound leach out of plastics? Aren't you worried about it going into babies' mouths and the rattles? And they said, oh, we're not worried about that. And I said, well, plastics leach out of plastics, so how are you going to stop this chemical from getting into the baby's mouth? Well, once the newspapers got a hold of this story, it just snowballed. Next thing you know, I'm meeting with the makers of this chemical. I'm talking to people at ABC, NBC, CBS about this chemical, like I was some kind of an expert. All I wanted to say was that I came to the conclusion that they haven't done enough research on it. Well, here's why I think that Gandhi would have had a field day with this molecule. First off, it's a polychlorinated diphenyl ether. Now that's a lot of big words, but see those Cl groups in the blue dots? Those are chlorine atoms, and that makes that compound particularly toxic. Now, Americans have had a strange relationship with other chlorinated compounds in the past. There's DDT, PCB, you name it. If it's chlorinated or halogenated, it's probably going to be toxic. And that's what alarmed me. Here's a compound that's got multiple chlorines, and what's going to go into the mouth of babes? But look at all the products that contain Triclosan. To this day, dial soaps, all types of different face washes, antibacterial soaps still contain Triclosan. Colgate Total has it in it. It's even pushed by Kelly Ripa. Thank you, Kelly. Cosmetics as well. Skin lightening creams. Even the plastic and detangling creams. Then, of course, there's deodorants. They say it's antibacterial, so it must work. And then there's kitchenware. Anything with the word microban in it contains Triclosan. It's also found in paints, handrails, towels, baby carriers, yoga mats, fitness mats, and kids' toys. What's going on here? What do we know? Is this really an antibacterial agent? Well, surprise, surprise. After I started all this fuss, it took them 10 years for clinicians to say that antibacterial soaps show no health benefits over plain soaps. And then the FDA grew a pair and said that there's health effects due to daily exposure of Triclosan. So what are some of those bad health effects due to Triclosan? Well, first off, it causes contact dermatitis, irritated skin. It can cause allergic reactions. It absorbs through your skin. You don't even have to swallow it. It alters your thyroid. It's found in human milk. It's an organic persister. It never degrades. You're probably drinking it in your water. It's an estrogen mimetic. It damages mitochondria. It's genotoxic. It's linked to heart damage and disease and can damage muscle. Need I say more? But But as Americans, it's still perfectly legal to use this chemical, and chances are you have some in your home right now. Now, would Gandhi approve of such commerce? The world will never know. But one thing's for sure, are we being frightened into using this chemical? Does it work as an antibacterial? I'll leave that up to you. You're the American consumer here. For good or bad, that is the world that we live in.